Hey everybody, it's me, LisaT, coming at you with some positive energy. I think I'll call this Lights Out with Lisa. I'll put on the evening voice because it's 8:30 at night and we're going to be doing a bedtime story. The bedtime story is The Language of Letting Go by Beattie. Bringing us some positive energy, reading The Language of Letting Go by Beattie. I was starting to get annoyed with the way I, to myself about the way that sounds, especially on a night like tonight. I'm going to do 3 readings in a row because I have catching up to do. Okay, so yes, reading The Language, Letting Go, and nighttime specs are going on. So we are doing April 18th. Freedom! Freedom! That's why I think, this whole book and all my readings I've been doing since February, it's all about getting to this point of freedom, like inner freedom, freedom from my mind, freedom from the past and the future thinking and the worries and the fears and the angers and the resentments. It's freedom to just be in this present moment and live your true self without the burden of guilt and shame from, past stuff that we've dealt with. It's the healing journey leads us to freedom. And I'm feeling it these days. This work that I've been doing, just this simple little thing, this reading that I've been doing, I don't even know if anybody watches these anymore. I know I get a few likes, but I don't even care because it's so helpful to do this one little reading on a daily basis. I've been doing it since the beginning of February, so all of February and all of March. In 2 months, dramatic transformations are happening internally, and it's awesome. And I'm on my way to pure freedom, sustainable freedom, and that's the reading for today, April 18th. So here we go. Many of us were oppressed and victimized as children. Many of us were victimized as children and oppressed. As adults, we may continue to keep ourselves oppressed. See, the thing is, we get victimized as children, or we get oppressed as a child, and then what the problem lies in the fact that we don't become adults and take responsibility for ourselves and realize we don't have to live like that anymore, and then we continue to oppress ourselves and victimize ourselves. It happened in childhood, yes. There was points when we were victims, but not anymore. You don't have to continue on that journey. Now is the time to take responsibility for yourself, take care of yourself, and stop oppressing yourself and victimizing yourself. Stop continuing to live that way. Some of us don't. We don't even recognize it though. I didn't know victim mentality. I didn't know what that meant 2 years ago. I didn't know that I was playing the victim constantly. It just becomes such a habitual form of thinking that you don't know there's another way. You just kind of think that that's normal. And unless you're reaching out for support and getting someone else's perspective, then you're going to stay stuck in that thinking pattern, not even knowing that there's a doorway out. Perception is reality, right? The way you perceive something is your reality. But every single person has their own reality because of the thoughts and feelings and past that they carry into this moment. So that's why it's so key to reach out to someone else, because just even this phrase, when someone else says, well, see, I'll say, oh, this happened and I'm feeling this and I'm thinking this. And my friend will say, well, the way I see it is, and it's totally different. The way she sees it, her perception of it is different. And then when I can have an open mind and see the world through her eyes, see my world through her eyes, then I'm relieved of seeing my situation from my victim mentality. And that with the victim mentality, this is coming from behind me, the victim mentality is where I get to do the undoing. And it's because I'm seeing the world through the filters of my old past fears, past traumas, past victimizations, past resentments, past angers, all of that. So having someone else to support us along our way is so key. So, I just went off on a tangent there. Okay. So some of us don't recognize that caretaking and not setting boundaries will leave us feeling victimized. If you don't set a boundary, you're going to be left feeling victimized. Boundaries are so important. I was talking to another friend of mine today about boundary setting. I was talking to her about relationship stuff, and she was encouraging me to jump on the love train again. And I was giving her a time limit. I said, no, not until this time. And she's like, don't put a time limit on it. I said, it's actually not a time limit. It's a boundary. It's a self-boundary for myself. So boundaries are so key, because if we don't have them, we're going to feel victimized. Some of us don't understand that thinking of ourselves as victims will leave us feeling oppressed. So if you're like, oh, why did they do that to me? Or why did she say that to me? Victim mentality. Oh, why is this happening to me? Victim mentality. And what happens, we think like we think we're just expressing ourselves, but when we're expressing ourselves as a victim, what we do is we leave ourselves feeling oppressed. Some of us don't know that we hold the key to our own freedom. There's the word. You hold the key. It's up to you. You're an adult now. Take responsibility for yourself, and you have the power now to see things. You have tools. You have options. You have the power to make new choices. It's all in your hands. But you don't know that you hold the key to your own freedom. I didn't know I didn't know it was up to me. I didn't know it was all up to me to change this, to work on this, to work how I was thinking, work on this, my heart, work on my thoughts, work on my seeing, the way I see things. That holds the key to my freedom. The key is to honor ourselves and take care of ourselves. That's it. Simple. Honor yourself. Honor your feelings and take care of yourself. No one else is going to do that. The longest, most intense, most intimate relationship you're ever going to have in this lifetime is the one you have with yourself. We can say what we mean and mean what we say. We can stop waiting for others to give us what we need and take responsibility for ourselves. When we do, the gates to freedom will swing wide open and you can walk right on through. Woo! I love this reading. Here's your prayer. Today, I will understand that I hold the key to my freedom. I will stop participating in my oppressive and victimization. I will take responsibility for myself and let others do as they may. Let others walk their walk while you walk your walk. Today, here's your prayer one more time. Ready? Close your eyes. Today I will understand that I hold the key to my freedom. I will stop participating in my oppression and victimization. I will take responsibility for myself and let others do as they may. Amen. Thanks for watching.